Folks, the internet wars have begun. I am calling this the internet wars. This is a war of between those who control the internet, an entity which was created to be a source of freedom. Freedom to watch whatever you want, listen to any type of music you want, uh, all that sort of stuff. The people who control it, who are trying to clamp down on that freedom and censor that freedom, versus the people who use the internet, myself and you who watch Arana Nation via the internet. You're using it as a source of freedom. You're not watching television, CNN, Fox News, CBC, CTV, BBC, Global, all those things. You're not watching that. You've chosen to watch me right now. You've chosen to watch me. You are on the side of the internet being a source of freedom, and the people who control the internet are our opponents. And before I get any further in this video, I need to tell you this. You guys are soldiers in this war. And this is a war. And I'm going to tell you why this is a war. But you guys have to stop waiting for people to do things before you do it. Just do it yourselves. And one of the ways we're going to win this war is if you help me. I am a source of information. People like Press for Truth, No More News, all those different people. I mean, we need your assistance. And one of the ways you can assist me is by, helping me with your donations. You know how to donate. Don't pretend like you don't know how. I've told you how to do it. You go down to the comment section, hit the link that will direct you to my PayPal account. Donate even $1, just one. If you got it, give it. Don't wait for someone else to do it. Just do it, because I'm telling you, and I'm going to tell you why I'm so serious about this. YouTube is not only getting rid of a bunch of different channels now, they're now permanently demonetizing people. And I've made the decision that I do not want to be reliant on blood money. I want to rely on my foot soldiers. But if you guys don't cooperate, we are going to lose this war, and you're going to lose your freedom. We're going to go back to the days of television when the TV people decided what we watch, when we watch it, when the show goes to break and goes to commercial, when the channel is shut down, and all this different stuff. We're going to go back to the days when, if you wanted to listen to music, you had to buy the whole CD. You couldn't just go to iTunes. We are losing our digital freedom. And if you guys don't fight with me so I can spread the information further and grow this channel, we're going to lose. We're going to lose. And I know people are going to go on the comment section and write things like, oh, it's so horrible what YouTube is doing. It's so terrible. We're with you, Arana. You know what? Don't write me any comments. Donate. Subscribe, like the video, share the video, but most of all, donate. Listen, let me tell you what's happened now. We've seen some of the victims and the casualties of this war. InfoWars, Kevin J. Johnson, all this stuff. But there are some unlikely victims as well. Press for Truth is one of my favorite YouTube channels, apart from Arana Nation. Dan Dix runs it. He has just been permanently demonetized. Permanently. He cannot receive another penny from Press for Truth anymore from YouTube. He can't do it. And unlike myself, Dan Dix has made a living. He makes his living off of Press for Truth. I don't make my living off of Arana Nation. I've got my job. I'm working on my career. I don't make my living off of Arana Nation. This is something I've chosen to do because I love it. And I've been very successful. But he makes his living off of Press for Truth, so I've been told. And now he can't make another penny because YouTube has gotten rid of his account because they think it is too hateful. Now, let's be honest, guys. I can understand why YouTube would get rid of certain people. Sometimes we complain and, you hear about, certain individuals who say some crazy things and you complain that they've been demonetized. And I don't think they should be demonetized, but, I can understand. And deep down, I know I can understand. You've said some things and I think to myself, are you stupid, man? You don't say those things. It's going to get you into trouble. I mean, I'm not saying they should be demonetized, but you can understand. Press for Truth, however, is different. I cannot understand why they would get themselves into trouble with YouTube. I'll tell you, I have never heard anything hateful, even remotely hateful, even questionably hateful coming out of Press for Truth. They don't even talk about certain subjects like race or religion or I've never ever heard even a sliver of things come out of Press for Truth. Yes, they have talked about like straight pride and all that stuff, but most of their content is usually so-called conspiracy theories, questioning 9/11, talking about the Bilderberg group. I think that's the reason why they got themselves into trouble, because every year they they reveal more and more information about the Bilderberg, and they go to the Bilderberg sites and they question people. And they did question the Google CEO, and I think he just got pissed off with them, and he said, "No, we're done now." So I think that could have been the reason. But let me read you this article that I've heard, which says that YouTube will now be deleting thousands of accounts after banning supremacists, conspiracy theorists, and other harmful accounts. The decision was made after an in-depth review of its rules on hateful content, YouTube said. While it has always banned hate content in general, the site has allowed some specific kind of harmful videos, such as those promoting Nazi ideology or claiming 9/11 did not happen. Let me be clear. If you are spewing Nazi propaganda, or you are a white supremacist, or you are advocating putting Jews back into the concentration camps or sending black folk back to go pick cotton, you honestly, I'll tell you, you should not only be prevented from speaking those kind of things. I think you should be shot. I'm telling you, there is no free speech when it comes to such disgusting comments and beliefs as that. You are a cancer on humanity, and I pray that you turn to dust. I curse you with every sort of disease that God has created and the devil has created. I curse you with cancer. I curse you with AIDS. I curse you with sickle cell. I curse you with syphilis. I curse you with Ebola. I hope that your food in your cupboards turns to mold and rat poison and all that. So that's how I think of someone like you. You are worth less than dung stains on a toilet. So we're on the same page there. However, when you say that conspiracy theorists or 9/11 truthers, people who question 9/11 are harmful, and you say conspiracy theorists are harmful, well, that's a different story. I mean, let's put it this way. I know for a fact, and I can bet you everything I've got, that I could make a video right now accusing President Trump of being a Russian puppet, and YouTube would not do a dang thing about it. They wouldn't even look. They wouldn't even take a second look at that video. They wouldn't even do that. They'd probably promote it, actually. Now, that's a conspiracy theory, and it's also fake news because officially none of it has been proven. All the investigations have come up with nothing. It's now official. But that's a conspiracy. It's worse than a conspiracy theory. It's a lie. YouTube would not touch that. But for you to question 9/11, and there are a lot of questions to 9/11, honestly, innocently questioning the official story of 9/11, and YouTube calls that hateful, that is not hate speech. That is censoring free speech. And YouTube is going down a very dangerous path, I believe. Because if we can't question the government, and we are not allowed to criticize YouTube's rules, and I'll get to that in a second, then that's totalitarianism. YouTube is taking advantage of its users, and they're going to pay for it. Let's continue here. The decision was made after an in-depth review of its rules on hateful content. YouTube said while it has always banned hate content in general, the site has allowed some specific kinds of harmful videos, such as claiming that 9/11 did not happen. Well, nobody's saying that 9/11 didn't happen, but what people are saying is that the official story may or may not be correct. What's wrong with questioning the official story? What's wrong with questioning our government? We know our government lies all the time. The government lied about Tonkin or the Tonkin disaster and all that different stuff. The government lied about weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, or at the very least, they were misleading us. The government lies to us all the time. They lied to us about the existence of Area 51. They lied to us about the existence of the Bilderberg Group. They lie all the time. So why can't we question our government? Why can't... That is what America was founded on. That is what democracy is. That's Western values, YouTube. That is exactly what we are entitled to do. And you preventing us from doing that goes against Western values, goes against American values, which is a country which made you what you are. Those videos, as well as other kinds of supremacist content, will now be officially banned. And I want to get to the part where they say that they're now even going to get rid of of videos or channels that even question the rules. Now let's see. I'm getting close to it. Yeah, so they also said it will also alter its algorithm in an attempt to stop certain kinds of misleading and harmful videos, such as those promoting fake miracle cures or the flat earth hoax, will stop being recommended in YouTube's Up Next sidebar. Okay. Channels that repeatedly brush up against its hate speech policies will be suspended from the company's partner program. So they're saying you can't even criticize YouTube's rules anymore. You can't assist or advise or persuade YouTube. You can't. You question us, you're done. Let me tell you guys, it's not a matter of if, but when Iran Nation is gotten rid of. If someone like Dan Dix and Press for Truth can be permanently demonetized, it's just a matter of time before Iran Nation is permanently demonetized. Because let me tell you, I'm not politically correct, and I'm never going to be politically correct. I mean, it's just the way it is. And if YouTube wants to get rid of my channel, let them get rid of it. I'll tell you, I ain't going away. I'm not saying that I will make another YouTube channel, though. If YouTube gets rid of this channel, I'm done with YouTube. I will not make another channel. I will just completely focus on BitChute. I have a BitChute channel. I may take a break even, but I will not return to YouTube if they get rid of my channel. And I'm also letting you guys... I'm telling you guys, if YouTube gets rid of Iran Nation, all 11,203 of my subscribers, you should also get rid of your YouTube accounts. Go and open BitChute accounts. But I'm also going to make some advice for BitChute and all these other sites that are trying to compete with YouTube. You guys need to branch out to other people. Stop just branching out to disaffected, silenced right-wingers. You got to branch out to everybody. That's why a lot of people don't know what BitChute is. And I'm criticizing BitChute because I know that they are not going to censor me for that. You have to branch out to as many people as you can in order for your website to be successful and popular. And you're not just doing yourselves a favor, you're doing people like us a favor, because even though I do have a BitChute channel, it's nowhere nearly as powerful and popular as my YouTube one, because there's not enough people on BitChute or who know about BitChute. So you guys have a duty to the people who have chosen to use your website as a way to spread information, to branch out to as many different views and different expectations as possible. That's my advice to BitChute. But right now, this is how we're going to win the internet wars. We can either cooperate, help each other out, fight the system, or, we can just continue burying our heads in the sand and waiting for others to make the first move. This is the Orana Nation.